You can have it all and more. The reason I've highlighted the word more is because there really is more to life than just having it all. This past year specifically, I've come to realize this myself. Maybe it's because for years I've chased the idea of making ridiculous amounts of money, buying cars, houses, fancy things, etc. Years of delayed gratification for the idea that one day I'll be happy once I get to that goal. But I was completely wrong. I'm not claiming to be the highest earner in my field or the most successful version of myself by any means, but what I'm claiming is that become more and more successful towards what I define success is and what I believe that I should design my life around. And that's why I've created the Freedom Forum. Defining your success and designing your life your way. Think back to what really motivated you the first time that you ventured into the unknown world of entrepreneurship. Seriously, take a moment and really think about it. For me, it was to escape that I felt I really hated at the time. The demand to go to work for somebody else's dollar for pennies and give up my own time for somebody else's. I remember this time having plans to go out fishing on the weekend, and this was something I'd be looking forward to for a long, long week now. It was my boss at the time calling because they needed somebody, me, to come in and open because somebody else couldn't. I mentioned that I had plans and wasn't going to be able to make it in, but my boss insisted. They were counting on me. I was fairly new to the job, and under the pressure I caved and took the shift. But Owen, you could have just said no, who cares? The answer is my bank account cared. A lot of people can probably relate to this feeling, and feeling this way, the stress of work to make a check, just to pay bills, and always be in consistent pressure to pick up hours. Save cash or do whatever most people do, right? Throw enjoyment out of the window for 5 to 6 days out of the 7 day week we live through. That's 85.71% of your life. I was crushed, but among feeling crushed, I knew that it would become my mission to escape this loop of doom. Fast forward to now, I humbly have been able to completely escape that loop. I built a system of time freedom, mobility freedom, and creative freedom to run businesses, create projects, and find true enjoyment that I do each and every day. And the best part, there's nothing more in the world that I want to do more than share this through the Freedom Forum and share the skills, resources, relationships, opportunities, and knowledge to all of you here as we grow together as a community. So, the 3 steps I want to give you today to your first breakthrough of freedom. And the first one is undeniable self-confidence. One thing that I see from my students, peers, and even myself at times is the biggest obstacle to stand in between you and your version of success is literally just yourself. Self-doubt is the single biggest enemy entrepreneurs face in the beginning. This can be due to many reasons, but typically it's because entrepreneurship is a solo journey in the beginning. At times it can be just you and your thoughts. This is where the self-doubt can creep in, but if you understand this in the beginning and understand that your self-doubt is your biggest strength, you can set yourself ahead of 99% of people from day one. And then that leads me into step number 2, which is your community. Instead of better glasses, your network gives you better eyes. Ronald Burt. The network, group of people that you talk to, ask questions to, get inspired by, can be the biggest factor to your own breakthrough. It's incredibly important to learn from other people's experiences, mistakes, and wins. This is equally as important when you're beginning as it is to when you're growing. I made the same exact mistakes most beginners make when I first started. I spent months and months of trying to do everything on my own. No help, no network, no mentor, just all ego. All of that time I was spending relentlessly testing, spending money on things, and repeating the same mistakes that I was making over and over again, like a repeating cycle of doom. At that time, I was working at a local gym making minimum wage and spending every dollar I made testing products and realistically spending money on things I had no clue about and not knowing what I was doing wrong. It wasn't until I started studying what others were doing, how they were doing it and making changes directly, learning from their advice, that I finally had made my first real breakthrough. Oh my God, this online money thing actually works, I said to myself as I heard that first cha-ching notification come through in my old cracked iPhone while I was in the shower, nearly slipping and tumbling out of the bathroom floor as I raced to check it. This was the moment I started expanding and learning from others. Everything started making sense. I couldn't help but think about all the time that I'd spent wasted with my ego not wanting to get help and so desperately needed during these long, grueling months. So expanding your network is the single best way to accelerate your success, period. Number 3, outsourcing your weaknesses and focusing on your strengths, right? Everybody wants to be that one person band when they start so that they can hang on to control in their business and do things the right way. Well, that's wrong. They don't understand the power of compounding time and effort. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day, a metric that cannot be changed or increased. Or can it be? The way to get more done in the same amount of time is by compounding effort through team and system building. Now, I just want to put emphasis on this. With online business, you can leverage what I call location arbitrage. So what is this? You can do this by outsourcing tasks to some of the hardest working people on earth, the Philippines, right? Leveraging contractors from the Philippines to handle administrative tasks like customer service is one of the biggest levers in compounding your time and effectiveness in your online business. As a business owner, you should be thinking about how you can create a system and outsource workload as much as you can while your business grows every step of the way. So these 3 simple yet effective principles have personally helped me scale my businesses to well over $300K a month consistently while working less and getting more done without burning myself out and driving the business into the ground like a nuclear bomb. So really important, if you've made it this far, then you already know what you need to be doing. Your next level of success stands on the other side of the work that you need to do, but aren't doing it because you lack direction. And I was once there too. Because of this, we've developed a private mastermind of 7-figure sellers and driven entrepreneurs like yourself to win as a team and build true freedom in your business and in life. So right now you can join hundreds of freedom founding online entrepreneurs just like you and learn from our community's experiences in order to skyrocket your own rate of success beyond what you ever thought was imaginable. So the link's going to be right down in the description down below. You guys can join in there for literally less than $1 today. So if you guys haven't already and got some value from this video, just smash that like button down below and subscribe to the channels. I'm going to be dropping value bombs like this each and every week on the week, and I want you to be the first to listen to them, implement them into your own life and your own business on your journey to your breakthrough to success. I truly want to see you escape from your current dreaded situation, build a business that gives you back your time and creates more freedom in your life. So without any further ado, I'll see you guys inside that group.